Hi guys, this is Ravi and you are listening to me on the Nifty BN channel. In this video, I would be showing you how to draw the payoff graph of any option strategy using Google Sheets. But before we dive into the details, let's take a quick recap of the basic building blocks of trading with options. Want to meet like-minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community. Let's start with the basics. What is an option? An option is the right but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset for a specific price on or before a specific time. The specific price is called exercise price or strike price, and the specific time is called the expiration date. The right to buy or sell depends on the type of option you are trading. If you are trading a call option, you get the right to buy, and if you are trading a put option, you get the right to sell. We can buy or sell a call option, and we can buy or sell a put option. And this gives us four possible scenarios. And these four scenarios are the building blocks for any option strategy in the world of options. Now let's expand the concept even more. The buyer of the option buys the right but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset for a specific price on or before a specific time. Whereas the seller of the option sells the right but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset for a specific price on or before a specific time. So the buyer of the option has a right without an obligation. The seller of the option has an obligation without a right. So the four scenarios are as follows. If you are bullish on a stock, you can either buy a call option or sell a put option. Whereas if you are bearish on a stock, you can either buy a put option or sell a call option. When you buy a call option, you have the right to buy stock at certain price. Whereas when you sell a put option, you are obligated to buy stock at certain price. Similarly, when you buy a put option, you have the right to sell stock at certain price. Whereas when you sell a call option, you are obligated to sell the stock at a certain price. Now to option spreads. An option spread is a combination of two or more options used together to create a low risk position. An option spread is nothing but the use of an option to hedge another option. Creating an option spread lowers the risk, but the downside is that it limits potential gains. It also provides some added flexibility. There are three basic types of spreads: vertical spreads, calendar spreads, and diagonal spreads. Vertical spread is an option spread involving both a long and a short option with different strike prices but the same expiration date. Whereas calendar spread is an option spread involving both a long and a short option with the same strikes but different expiration dates. And the third type, diagonal spread, is a combination of a vertical and a calendar spread. It is an option spread involving both a long and a short option with different strikes and different expiration dates. Vertical spreads again are of two types: debit spreads and credit spreads. Debit spreads are the type of vertical spreads which you actually need to pay a premium to put on, while credit spreads give you a premium for putting them on. There are two types of credit spreads: bear call spread and bull put spread, and two types of debit spreads: bull call spread and bear put spread. Now let's look at one of the common mistakes made by beginners when they start trading options. On the other side of the video, I would show you How to draw the payoff graph of an iron condor. Mistake number 10. Buying out of the money call options. Many beginners get attracted to buying cheap out of the money call contracts without knowing the mechanics of options. What they do not understand is buying cheap out of the money calls is like buying a lottery ticket. The truth is, lottery tickets can make you a lot of money if you hit them, but more often than not, you lose 100% of your money and you have to be very careful. The same is true with out of the money call options. An option buyer has to be right about the direction, volatility, and timing of a stock's move in order to make profit, while an option seller only has to be right about the timing. The biggest enemy of an option buyer is the time value decay or theta decay. Let's look at an example to understand this concept better. On June 25th, the closing price of Bajaj Finance Limited was rupees 3005.35. Say you are bullish on the stock but do not want to spend much. So on June 26th, you bought a 30th July expiry 3500 call option at 103.95. At the end of expiry, that is, on 30th July, the stock ended at rupees 3218.3 and your 3500 call option expired worthless as it expired out of the money and you ended up losing 100% of your investment on the trade. What's important to understand here is that you were right about the direction, but the choice of the strike price was incorrect. As even if the stock ended at rupees 3499.9, the option would have expired worthless. One more important thing to remember is that every option has an expiration date, which defines the term or the duration of the option. And when you buy an option, you have to be right about the direction by that expiry date. In a study, it is found that 90% of all options expire worthless. So, statistically, option sellers have an advantage in the form of a bias towards options expiring out of the money, that is, worthless. For call options, any option strike above the last traded price on expiry day expires worthless, and any strikes below the last traded price expire in the money, and it's just the opposite for put options. In this part of the video, I would be showing you how to draw the payoff graph of an iron condor that utilizes the bear call and bull put vertical spreads. Go to Google Drive and open a new Google Sheet. Name the spreadsheet as appropriate. Here I named it Iron Condor Payoff Graph. First we will create a table for inserting the data of the iron condor, for which we wish to draw the payoff diagram. Next we will enter the different spot prices where we wish to calculate the profit and loss of the iron condor position. Fill in the first two columns and then to populate the entire column, drag the blue square as far as needed. Now to the calculation part. Let's first work with the bear call spread part of the iron condor. If spot price is less than or equal to the strike price of the bought call, the option would expire worthless and you would end up with a loss equivalent to the premium paid. Else, you would make a profit equivalent to spot price minus strike price minus premium. We will use the if function to enter this condition. And then to populate the entire column, we will drag the blue square as far as needed. If spot price is less than or equal to the strike price of the sold call, the option would expire worthless and you would end up with a profit equivalent to the premium paid. Else you would make a loss equivalent to strike price plus premium minus spot price. Again we will use the if function to enter this condition, and then to populate the entire column we will drag the blue square as far as needed. Now to the bull put spread part of the iron condor. If spot price is greater than or equal to the strike price of the sold put, the option would expire worthless and you would end up with a profit equivalent to the premium paid. Else, you would make a loss equivalent to spot price minus strike price plus premium. We will use the if function to enter this condition, and then to populate the entire column we will drag the blue square as far as needed. If spot price is greater than or equal to the strike price of the bought put, the option would expire worthless and you would end up with a loss equivalent to the premium paid. Else, you would make a profit equivalent to strike price minus spot price minus premium. Again, we will use the if function to enter this condition, and then to populate the entire column, we will drag the blue square as far as needed. Now to calculate the overall P&L in points, we need to add all the four columns, that is, sum of the P&L of all four options positions, and then multiply this with the number of lots. And then to populate the entire column, drag the blue square as far as needed. And to calculate the overall P&L in rupees, we just need to multiply the overall P&L in points column with the lot size. And then to populate the entire column, drag the blue square as far as needed. Now to the final part. To create the payoff diagram, highlight all cells in the spot prices column and then click on Insert Chart to open the chart editor window. Make sure the line chart option is selected, and using the add series field, add the overall P&L in rupees column to the chart. Finally, make sure to check the option Use column A as labels. This completes the steps for creating a payoff diagram in Google Sheets. You can perform the same procedure with some changes to plot the payoff diagram of any option strategy that utilizes vertical spreads. Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter and Telegram, use the username NiftyBN. Also, I post some of my trades to the community tab, so don't forget to check that from time to time.